Scrappy friends, it's Melinda here with you and welcome to my channel. Today I am sharing a page I created for ScrappingClearly, and it's this one here. I was playing along with one of the 10th birthday challenges last month, and I used the ScrappingClearly colours challenge. It's meant to be 85% pink, but it's not quite, but that's okay. I'm really happy with how this page came out. So I'm scrapping this photo of my big boy on his 7th birthday earlier this year, and I did actually ask him for permission if I could use pink on a layout for him, and he said, "Of course, Mum," and kind of looked at me like I was going crazy, but that's okay. So he embraced the pink, and I had fun creating this page. As you can see, I started with this arrow stamp set, and I am just stamping on a bunch of arrows, and as I'm stamping, instead of cleaning the stamp off, I'm just stamping off onto my paper so I get all different shades of black, grey. So I used a bunch of these stamps. I just thought it would be a fun way to add some interest and different kind of texture because of the different colours. Now I thought I was considering doing a mixed media page, but I decided to go with lots of pink splatters. I'm using my Colour Blast Colour Shimmer pots here, and the colours I've used from the lightest to the darkest is Blush, Punch, Lipstick and Fire Engine. And as you can see, I've just activated those with a bit of water, mixing the colour up and sprinkling it on with my paintbrush. I popped that aside to dry, and I decided I wanted some layers behind my photo. I grabbed this tissue paper from my stash and took way too long to sort out exactly how I wanted it. I'm just going to layer that up so it sits nicely behind my photo and then trim it up a little bit. So how are you all going? I'm not sure if I still sound a bit off. I am still a bit sick. What was a cold has now turned into sinusitis, lucky me. But the antibiotics seem to have kicked in, which is awesome. Just trimming up that tissue paper because, you know, it's got to be just right. Us scrappers are a funny bunch. So I decided to add more pink with a couple of different paper layers, and I've literally pulled out the first 2 pink papers I knew that came from ScrappingClearly from my scraps box. One is a Maggie Holmes paper, it's that lighter pink one, and the other is a We Are Memory Keepers paper. I'm just trimming them up to sit nicely behind my photo, trimming that tissue paper down again. Really like those layers like that. So I'm pulling out my distress tool, and I'm just distressing the edges of those papers, and I'm going to scratch them up as well just for a bit more extra texture and interest. I knew this wasn't going to be an overly busy page, especially since I decided to go with splatters and not, you know, the smooshing technique or anything like that. I'm just layering those up. Grab my stapler, run out of staples because it's always the way. I'm going to staple them together to move them again in a minute. Just using some old cardboard packaging to layer up my photo. Realised I've stuck those in the wrong place. I'm just going to pull them apart and re-staple them and stick all my layers together. Bring my background back in. And I had that little offcut from the Maggie Holmes paper that I thought, hey, that makes a cute little layer on that side. So I'm just going to distress the edge of that and stick it straight to my background. Before I started, when I started this page, I knew that I wanted to use that Don't Grow Up title was my boy was just looking so grown up when I snapped this photo. I just kind of looked at it and went, oh my goodness, I've got myself a big boy here. How did that happen? As you probably just noticed, my ATG ran out, so I'm back to the good old double-sided tape. And I'm just going to stick my title on there. I am going to zoom through that because you don't need to watch me fuss with them. And there's the title done. I wanted to add a few more bits and pieces. There was a pink star on that puffy sticker sheet, but it was not quite the right pink. I've had these bulldog clips in my stash for a little while. They're from the ScrappingClearly store. And I was so excited to get one on a page. I then went into my box of C'est La Vie by Pink Paisley, remembering that I had these big acetate numbers, and I was like, oh, I wonder what the 7 looks like if it's got pink on it. And sure enough, it's got pink on it. So I'm going to add that in as a layer just there, as it was his 7th birthday. Quickly go through the ephemera pack again, just to see if there's anything I want to use. And there's not. But I did find these black and gold phrase stickers. And they're on vellum. So I'm just going to stick those down. Make sure they're nice and straight. And I cannot for the life of me remember what they say, but I'm sure you'll be able to see it in the close-ups. So next up, I grab my ruler and my pencil and draw in some lines for some journaling. And just to add a bit more pink to the page, I started with black and then I went, you know what, I'm going to add a bit more pink. So I grabbed my pink journaling pen, time for a date stamp. And I think that's all that I do on camera. I do add some enamel dots. You can see in the close-ups there, I've added some enamel dots just for a little bit of different texture. And that's my page done. So I hope that you have enjoyed watching my process and that I inspire you to just play with some products. I hope that you have a fantastic scrappy day, and I shall see you again in my next video. Thanks. Bye.